Notion empowers teams to build AI-driven workspaces that effortlessly streamline your business's processes. In this video, we'll transform a cluttered to-do list into a high-performance project management system. You'll learn to set up your accounts, master the interface, manipulate blocks, build databases with multidimensional views, connect data using relations and rollups, supercharging your workflow with advanced automations, and leverage Notion AI. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Sign up and initial onboarding. First things first, click the link in the description to head over to Notion. You can sign up using a Google account, Apple ID, Microsoft accounts, or a standard email. Personally, I recommend the Google or Apple route. It's just one less password to remember, and the integration is seamless. When you first land in Notion, you will land on a template page. Go ahead and click Home in the upper left corner. This is your mission control. It's a dynamic dashboard that aggregates your recently visited pages, upcoming tasks, and if you link them, your Google Calendar events. Pro tip, I recommend making the home page the page that appears when you boot up Notion. Click the three dots in the upper right corner, select Change Default Start Page, and click Home. Before we start building, let's talk about Notion's different subscriptions. There are 4 tiers, starting with free. This isn't just a trial. It's free for life and genuinely useful for individuals. You get unlimited blocks, basic page analytics, and a trial of Notion AI. The main catch? File uploads are capped at 5 megabytes, and the AI trial limits what you can achieve. Plus, at $10 per month per user, you unlock unlimited file uploads and can invite up to 100 external users. Guests. Guests are non-paying users like clients who can view specific pages. Business, starting at $20 per month per user, you get full access to Notion AI agents, granular permissions, domain verification, and premium integrations. There's also the enterprise tier, which offers custom pricing, but it is for large companies with hundreds of employees. Everything you'll need in the long term is available at the business tier. While that's enough about pricing, there's something else we should talk about before moving on. Notion's organizational hierarchy. It consists of 4 tiers: Workspaces, Teamspaces, Pages, and Subpages. I'll quickly explain what each does. Workspace, the top-level container that houses every account, member, and piece of data you own. To access your workspace and tweak its settings, click your name or business name in the upper left corner of the sidebar. Teamspaces. These are dedicated departmental workspaces that group people and content by specific functions. Think scriptwriters, screencasters, thumbnail artists, etc. Pages. This is where the actual work happens. Pages serve as the versatile home for your text, images, and databases. Within Pages can exist an unlimited number of subpages. These are simply pages inside other pages. There is no difference in the functionality of a page or a subpage. The only difference is where they appear. Now, before we do anything else, let's clean house. You'll see a bunch of getting started templates in the left sidebar. Hover over them, click the 3 dots, and move them to trash at the very bottom of the sidebar. Now, go to your trash and permanently delete these templates. With a clean slate, let's take a quick tour of the interface before we start building. Chapter 2. Navigating the interface. The sidebar where you just deleted those getting started templates from is your Workspace's main navigation hub. Let's walk through the key components from top to bottom. Search. Clicking on this opens a pop-up menu where you can search for anything in your workspace. In the future, use the shortcuts Ctrl+K or Ctrl+P on Windows or Command+K on Mac to pull up the search bar instantly. Meetings. This new feature lets you manage your Google and Outlook calendars directly in Notion. For any meeting, you can generate a formatted notes page and share it with attendees by clicking New AI Meeting Notes, as long as you have the business plan. Notion AI, a dedicated space for chatting with your Workspace's virtual assistants. What separates Notion's AI from generic LLMs like ChatGPT is that it can access all of your company's internal docs and answer questions. Inbox. This centralizes all your notifications. Instead of hunting through page after page for comments, you can manage every comment and project update right here. Library. This is your business's centralized knowledge base. Store your brand guidelines, SOPs, and employee handbooks here so you, your employees, and Notion's AI can all easily find and reference critical information. Agents, custom AI bots tailor-made to automate repetitive tasks in your workspace. Unlike the virtual assistant, which is a Swiss Army knife, agents handle only a few specific tasks, but in far greater detail. To create and run agents, you have to run either the business or enterprise plan. Private. Here you can create pages for your eyes only. A journal, a habit tracker, or an unformatted page to store. It's up to you. Alright, now that you know your way around Notion's interface, let's start building. Chapter 3. Blocks. The fundamental building blocks of Notion are, well, blocks. These range from a single line of text to full-width video embeds. Because they're modular, you can instantly create, drag and drop them to build a layout that fits your needs. For starters, we'll need a page. Under my Teamspace, I'll click Add New and select Empty Page. Title it Project Command Center. Rather than hunting through menus to add blocks, just hit the / key on your keyboard. Select Heading 1 and label it Current Projects. Starting with a / on any empty line lets you quickly and easily browse all the different types of blocks Notion offers. Next, type /to-do and select the first option. This creates a checkbox. Let's add 2 projects I'm currently working on, Notion Tutorial and Media Lister. Pro tip, have your cursor hover over the Media Lister block. See those 6 dots on the left of the block? That's the handle. Click and hold it to reorder blocks. That's not all you can do though. I'll drag the Media Lister block to the far right of the Notion Tutorial block. See that blue vertical line? That signifies the creation of a column. I'll let go of the Media Lister block, and there we go. I have created a 2-column view. Pro tip number 2. Blocks can also be nested inside other blocks to keep your pages nice and tidy. To do that, hover over any block and click the plus icon. I'll hover over the Notion Tutorial, click the plus icon, and add a numbered list. Using this, I could build a checklist for each tutorial's production. There is an easier way to manage your projects, however, by using databases. That's what we'll cover in the next chapter. Chapter 4. Databases. Databases are nothing more than a collection of pages organized and sorted by discrete data called properties. Let's see how they work. Under the to-do list, type /db and select Database Inline. Select the Tasks Tracker templates to save us some setup time. Go ahead and click Add File, then Get Started and Done. To fix this database view, drag the Tasks Tracker so it's beneath the column structure created by Media Lister and Notion. Each column in this database, status, assignee, due date, etc., is a property. Like everything else in Notion, properties are fully customizable. For example, let's say status is not specific enough. Click the status header, then edit property. You can add a new stage between in progress and done called client review. Click on it to change the color to orange. Now, every task in your database can use this new status. Pro tip, properties can be moved around and reordered like blocks. You'll see the handle to the left of each property. So, what makes this database-driven project tracker better than the checklist created above? Beyond the fact that we can quickly and easily see each property, hover over the first task, Improve Website Copy, and click Open. This task already has a full Notion page dedicated to it. In short, databases keep your workspace clean and interconnected. Databases are great for data entry, but they are terrible for big picture planning, especially once you have several dozen rows. Luckily, Notion has several different built-in ways to view this information. Chapter 5. Views. Next, to the New button. Click on the 2 vertical sliders. This opens the database's settings. Select Layout, then Board. Suddenly, your tasks are organized into a Kanban-style board. Even in different views, you can still drag and drop individual projects to move them through the pipeline. For example, I can drag Publish Release Notes from Not Started to In Progress. Go ahead and open Settings again. Select Layout and click Calendar. Now you can see the due dates of specific tasks. Let's test out one more view. Open the Timeline view. This is essentially a Gantt chart that shows how long tasks are expected to take and if they overlap, allowing you to identify bottlenecks and plan accordingly. As we've seen, switching views doesn't change the data. All it does is change your perspective. You can even have two discrete databases communicate and share data. That's what we'll do in the next chapter. Chapter 6: Relations and Rollups. Doing anything at scale requires structure. A project is your high-level objective. For example, new product launch. And that project is then supported by dozens of individual tasks. Instead of cramming them all into one messy table, we're going to use relations to enable cross-database communication. Create a second database on this page. Type /db and select Database Inline. Under Suggested, select Projects. Get started, then Done. Now head back to the Tasks Tracker database. Click the plus icon to add a new property and select Relation. From the drop-down menu that opens, select the Projects database. Enable two-way relation, then hit Add Relation. Go ahead and add all three tasks here to Public Launch of iOS app in the New Projects column. Now, individual tasks are linked with the broader projects. If we look at the projects database, you will see a new tasks tracker column where we can see and access the pages for all three tasks. Pretty neat, right? Another property we should talk about is Rollups. Rollups show the percentage of tasks completed for a project. Add a rollup property at the end of the projects table. Click on it, select Edit Property, select Relations, and point it to the Tasks Tracker. Set the target property to Status. Under Calculate, choose % per group complete. As you can see, one of three tasks is completed, so the project is 33% complete. With your databases connected and sharing information, let's take it a step further and automate some repetitive tasks. Chapter 7: Automations. To get started, create a new column in the Tasks Tracker database. Make it a date column and rename it to Completion Dates. All right, now look for the lightning bolt icon in the top center of the database. You'll see that every automation is built on a simple if this, then that logic. Every automation consists of two parts: the trigger, the specific event that kicks things off, for example, a status change, a new entry, a property update, and the action, what Notion actually does in response. For example, changing a date, notifying a teammate, editing another property, etc. Let's create a simple automation. Set the trigger to status done. The trigger should now read when status is set to complete. Now, time to add the action. Choose Edit Property. Select your completion date column and set it to Date Triggered. Now, this automation reads, when status is set to complete, set completion date to Date Triggered. Hit Enable. Now, the second you drag a task into the Done column, Notion records the date for you. You can see if a database has automations enabled by looking at the lightning bolt icon. It'll be blue instead of white if there are automations running. And I'll end this chapter with a pro tip. It is very easy to over-automate. If you have 10 different automations firing at once, your database can become unpredictable. Stick to the essentials. Automate your dates, your assignees, and your status changes. All right, now that you know everything there is to know about databases and automation, let's wrap up today's video by quickly talking about Notion's built-in AI. Chapter 8: Notion AI. What sets Notion's AI apart is that it isn't just a chatbot. It's fully integrated into your pages and can access all your data in real time. For example, click on the Notion AI icon in the bottom right corner of the Project Command Center page. At the top of the chat box, you'll see that the AI is only pulling data from this page. That means your answers will be precise. I'll ask it to summarize this page. It quickly tells me what's going on, and I can ask for more details. This time, I'll ask, how many of our tasks are complete? It was like a few seconds, but there we go. Now, there is a lot more that Notion's AI can do for you, but that's all we have time to cover in today's video. In the future, I'll show you how to build a knowledge base and AI agents. Click the link in the description to get started with your free account and snag yourself an exclusive discount if you decide to purchase a subscription. Let me know in the comments, are you using Notion for your personal life or are you building a workspace for a team? I'll be jumping in there to answer questions and give specific advice for both. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial.